Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. I'm grateful to all of you who follow me here and of this little community here on YouTube. And if you're new here, my name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, and all matter of philosophical and spiritual topics. So if you're interested in those types of things, you know what to do. Please subscribe, join this amazing community, and click the bell icon so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about always think for yourself. Now, as I told the story of Thomas, the message in that story was about thinking for yourself. It's great to, when you're a wise person or you're trying to become wise, it's great to listen to other people's ideas and perspectives and other people's thoughts. But ultimately, what that teaches you, if you were talking about like a subject which would get a lot of people thinking, like what is the meaning of life, that would get a lot of people thinking. Or can exes be friends? That would be a subject that would get a lot of people thinking, and everyone would have a different opinion on that subject, meaning that there would be a lot of ways to look at that subject. And when you listen to other people's opinions and perspectives, it teaches you that there's many ways to look at a situation. But ultimately in life, it's so important. Yes, it's important to listen to everyone, respect other people's thoughts, opinions and beliefs, but at the end of the day, you must come to your own conclusion. You must think for yourself. And many wise people, they would spend a time alone doing deep thinking. They would spend time alone in solitude, doing deep prayer and meditation, and through that time alone, they would be doing deep thinking, soul searching, and they'd be looking inside themselves, and they would get the answers they need. And in life, we should always think for ourselves. Yes, it's great to listen to everyone, get advice, but ultimately we should always think for ourselves and come to our own conclusion. And thinking for yourself is also, for the most part, doing what feels right in your heart and soul, your intuition. So yes, it's about doing what you think is right, and think for yourself. But at the same time, you also want to listen to your heart, your intuition, and go with that. It's the same with, like, there are many spiritual practices where some people will be very gatekeepy, say, like for example, Goddess Hecate is for everyone, and anyone can work with Goddess Hecate, and she's drawn to people who are at a crossroads in their life, or people are going through difficulties, people that need to heal. She's drawn to people like that. But anyone can work with Hecate because anyone can work for her. Some people say, you can only pray to her at night, and you can only light a candle for her at night. This is not true. You can work for her any time of the day, because you may be in, it could be 12 o'clock, it could be lunchtime, and you can be in distress right now. So you need spiritual advice and guidance. So, lighting a candle, sitting with Hecate, you can do that any time of day or night when it feels right. Same with, now, she's reached out to me before, and I'm interested in her, but I don't necessarily have an altar or a candle to her, which would be Goddess Lilith. But I'm interested in Goddess Lilith, and she's made her presence known in my life before, and I've told her that I'm interested and I would like to work with her. But there'll be people that say that working with Lilith is a closed practice. This is not true. Anyone can work with Goddess Lilith as long as they're respectful and, they do their research and also understand her energy. Because Lilith is rebellion, she's not really one for, following rules and things like that. But, it's so important to listen to everyone's opinions and perspectives in the magical and witchcraft community and in the spiritual community. But ultimately, you must spend time alone, do deep thinking, and think for yourself in life. Because if you don't think for yourself, other people will think for you, and then you'll be easily manipulated. So it's so important to, yes, listen to everyone and their perspectives, but always come up with your own conclusion and always think for yourself in life. And also sometimes it's more about just what we think. It's more going inwards and doing what feels right and listen to our intuition and our gut as well. As always, giving you a wise and spiritual message, and the message today is always think for yourself. Yes, listen to other people's ideas, perspectives, opinions, but ultimately you want to make up your own mind and make up your own opinion and think for yourself. Till next time, stay safe, stay wise, stay magical and witchy. May meet, may part meet again, blessed be.